Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be trying out a prefab rabbit hutch. This particular rabbit hutch is from a company called Aivituvin. I think that's how you say it. They were kind enough to ask if I would like to review one of their products, and one of those products was a very nice like 2-story rabbit hutch. And you guys know that I have a lot of show rabbits. We breed silver foxes and creme de argent. I have a couple of rabbits that are going to be going to convention with me in Kentucky, and I'm like wondering all of the time, where am I going to put these rabbits? And I always want to make sure that they have enough room to, you know, hop around and be happy. I never want to put them in too small of a space. So I was very curious to see if this hutch was going to provide us with a good living environment for maybe 1 or 2 of these show rabbits that might be going to convention with us in October. A lot of you guys know that we really like to build our own things here, so I've never really considered having a prefab rabbit hutch, but I know that not all of my followers or subscribers like have that building skill, so I did want to like review this and see if it would be a good option for my followers that might not have the skill for building that we necessarily do. Okay, so we got it out here. This is how the box arrived to us. Looking a little bit rough, but not too bad. This is what the hutch is going to be looking like. So it has like the top level and then the bottom level, and apparently you're able to close off the top level so it becomes like essentially 2 cages, and I'm gonna definitely be doing that if the space is big enough. So let's unbox this bad boy. I was very curious about this actually. There's this portion here. This is the wire bottom portion of the floor of the hutch. The entire thing isn't wire bottom. There's some parts of it that are solid bottom, but I was curious to see what gauge of flooring they were going to use for the wire bottom portion. Contrary to what many pet owners say, wire bottom floors are not bad for rabbits. It just depends on what gauge of floor you use. So ideally you want to be using a 14 or 16 gauge wire to house your rabbits. This appears to be more on like the 19 gauge size, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because it is PVC coated, so it does feel a lot softer. But I can tell you guys right now, I'm not gonna be able to put fully grown adult silver foxes or creme de argents in here long term because a thin gauge wire like this can cause sore hocks. The thicker ones though, they do not. If your rabbit has sore hocks on a thick gauge wire bottom flooring, it is either a genetic issue or a sanitary issue. I do like to point that out every single time we talk about wire bottom flooring because there's lots of pet owners out there that believe that wire bottom floors are bad for rabbits, and it's just not the case. You just need to be educated on what gauge of flooring you have. So I would say this gauge of flooring right off the bat is good for, you know, your dwarf or your smaller breeds or your kits, which I will actually be putting in this hutch. I will be putting some like really young rabbits in here, so this isn't going to be a big deal. But it would be long term for my heavier breeds that are like about 10 to 12 pounds. What do you think, guys? Are we in over our heads? No, this isn't that bad. It is thin wood, but you know, like the wire here, it's not flimsy at all. I really like that. I really like these ramps. I've never had a cage with a ramp in it before, except for my old guinea pig cage, but these ramps have like, it's like, feels like shingles. I don't know, I can't remember what you call that, but it's really grippy, so I really like that. There are a lot of pieces here, so I guess we will figure out how to fit them all together, which I'm assuming isn't going to be that difficult. They did supply us with a handy dandy instruction manual, so that is good news. I'm assuming this is going to be kind of like an IKEA build. These instructions are actually pretty easy to follow, so I'm not in any way concerned that we're going to be confused. Everything does seem to have its own shape. So it's really, it looks like we're just like sandwiching things together for the most part. one thing I just noticed is that it told me to screw in this first part of it, but now I actually can't fit in the second level. So I'm gonna have to unscrew one side and then kind of put it back together. I'm not really sure why the instructions say that. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. Maybe I'm just really bad at reading instructions, but it's not a big deal. I'm just gonna unscrew one side of it and fix it. I was so confused what to do with these bars right here. They are apparently there for the tray to sit on top of, which I should have known. But this is what it's looking like so far, you guys. This part down here, if I can reach it, is actually really easy to put in there. It just kind of sits in there. So, very neat. I'm really liking it. Here's something that I think is a little bit funny. They give you this special little chewing toy to put anywhere you want inside of the cage, but there's literally exposed wood everywhere in this cage. So the idea that they're only gonna chew on this little chewing toy is kind of funny to me. Okay guys, it is completely assembled now. This is the entire top of the hutch completed. We have a hay rack here and this nice little ledge. We have a den that they can go in if they want to, a nice little ramp. And I'm not really sure what purpose this ledge here serves other than to rest the ramp on top of it. I did want to show you this as well. This little thing turns here and then you can lay this down and this can become one separate compartment for a single rabbit. Obviously, if you want to use the entire thing, they can go down, and then they do have a lot of room to run around down here. Come in here, you can kind of see how the ramp leads up there. There's just a lot of like running space in the downstairs portion of it. Both the top and the bottom level open up and have trays underneath. I really like this tray up top too because it's literally the entire upstairs. Like you open that up and then you have access to the entire thing. So that's actually kind of nice. There's two latches that I've put on here and they look like this. I am not super fond of these latches. They do feel quite flimsy and cheap. In fact, the back of them is hollow, but I do believe they're gonna get the job done, so I'm not really concerned that they're gonna like bust off or anything like that. And then there's another one over here that you can open that up, and then if you want your rabbit to be able to free roam, you can just have that open all the time. When you open the top up here, the way the instructions said to do this is just to use this eyelet and tie the string to it. I'm assuming so the door doesn't flip backwards, but we all know bunnies and we all know how much they like to chew, guys. I don't know if this is going to hold up very long. I think that it's probably going to get chewed pretty quickly. So I'm not too sure about that. I think that if you wanted to, you could probably attach an eyelet up here and get rid of the string and use like a small chain or something like that. I think that'd be a lot more effective. So this is one of my little creme d'argent babies right now. He is about 2 pounds and this is him in this cage. I think this cage would be perfect if he stayed this size forever, but unfortunately he's not going to. I think that if you had a rabbit that was going to stay this size, so around like 2 pounds, it would be super nice for them because there's a lot of room here for this little bun bun to go exploring. So if you can see already how big this little baby is in this cage, she is already filling up the cage quite nicely just on her own. What do you think? In comparison, this is Mira. Mira is a full-sized silver fox doe. She's about 12 pounds. And I think that if she was housed in here, she would have quite a difficult time because of her sheer size. If you did want to alter it though, I think that she'd be much happier, you know, if we took out, you know, this right here, this ramp, this little thing right here. And I mean, I think that she would use it. Like, you know, if you were gonna free roam a house rabbit and use it like that, then definitely. She's so big. She's so stinking big in here. So I think what we're going to end up doing is we're just gonna use this for some of our smaller grow out rabbits, and preferably not a full-sized 12-pound silver fox doe like Mira here. Even in the bottom portion of the hutch, you guys, is just so, she's so huge in here. I think that, yeah, I think that we're just gonna keep our smaller grow outs in here. I think it's a little too small for you, Mira. I am sorry. I am not sorry though that Mira is such a big silver fox, because that was definitely something that I wanted to accomplish here on my homestead. I wanted to bring you guys forward in time really quick so I can show you how I set this up for two of these little creme de argent babies. So right now they are in my dining room, and I just wanted to show you how I set this up for them. They are so cute. For the top, we are just using pine shavings. I do have a puppy pad laid down on this side, and then their hay is up here. And it does make sort of a mess, you know, with the pine shavings and stuff. Hello. I did make them a cute little bed area in here with a blanket. So they are really enjoying that. And then down below here is where I have most of their food and water. I have a clip-on water bowl right here, and then I have a little food bowl right here. And I did just clean this, so there's not much of a mess yet. They do have a little ball over there and a towel lay down on top of that solid portion of the cage, because when they pee, hopefully they learn not to pee on the solid bottom portion. Otherwise I'm gonna have to do some cleaning. But for the most part, I think they have been doing a really good job so far. There is some things that I forgot to mention. So they have this UV roof here, and the website says that this hutch can be put outside, which I'm not entirely sure about. I mean, it would keep the hay dry probably, but this section would get all wet because of the wire opening here, obviously. The bottom would probably be safe from the rain, but for the most part, I'm thinking that you would probably only want to use this hutch indoors. We do have several openings to get in, so if you want to see them in here, you can open this door right here, and there are the little bunnies. You guys are so stinking cute. And then we also have this little door right here. I'm not too certain that these doors are gonna be super helpful to me when I want to go grab the babies. I'm probably just gonna open the top like I have been doing. Yes, Ari, those are the babies. And then the bottom of the hutch is the exact same way. So you have this door right here that you can open for easy cleaning. I have to replace that towel every other day pretty much. As they are being potty trained. There is this little door right here as well, and I just use this one to like grab the food bowl and the water bowl. And I'm not gonna pull it out for you guys, but I do have a puppy pad within the pull-out tray here, and that's just easy cleaning for me. You can use puppy pads, you can use pine shavings. All of those things are really helpful when it comes to absorbing urine. Another thing I forgot to mention is that it does have casters, which is super helpful because I can literally just roll this thing out if I want to clean it and put it in the middle of the room or whatnot. I can just do that. I believe I was actually supposed to put the lockable ones both on the back according to the instructions, but I did not do that. I actually put them both on the side, but I really do like the casters. I think they're going to be super helpful. As you guys can see, these little babies are a much better fit than Mira was when I was showing how big of a rabbit that you can fit in here. So I'm confident in saying that these little babies are gonna be happy in here, at least just for a little while. And with little bunnies like this mesh floor is not gonna be a problem at all. One thing that I kind of knew was gonna happen is that they really do enjoy chewing on all of the exposed wood surfaces in the hutch. And you're just gonna get that with rabbits. No matter how many chew toys you give them, they're going to chew on any exposed wood that they can. And so I was expecting that. I don't think that they're gonna chew their way out by any means, but I don't think it's gonna look this new for very long. I would also like to say that they have not messed with this yet. I think that we're good there as far as baby bunnies are concerned, unless somebody gets really curious one day, but so far so good with the string. Overall, we have been really enjoying this hutch, and I would definitely recommend it if you have a small operation of homestead rabbits or little babies that you need to house. Yes, you have to make sure that it stays in there, Ari, don't you? Would I recommend this to somebody wanting to get into meat rabbits? I think that if you wanted to do a very small scale and do a smaller breed, possibly like a Dutch or a Florida White, and maybe just house 1 or 2 rabbits within the structure, then I think it would be okay. I think that if you had like one small doe, so like a rabbit that's only gonna get about 5 pounds, and just use this for just your doe, and maybe that's where she gives birth and stuff, I think it would work for a smaller breed rabbit for sure. Would I recommend it for a bigger breed like a silver fox or a New Zealand or a Californian? Probably not. However, as a free roaming rabbit, if you want to do like a pet, like a free roaming rabbit in your house, then I think it could work. But you did see how Mira was having a little bit of a difficult time navigating the top, so you might have to do a little modifying or rigging of the top just to make sure it's not so crowded if you do have a rabbit that's that big. I did used to have pet guinea pigs, and I will definitely say that I think that if I would have had this when I had them, it would have been so much better. I think that this might actually be like a really, really nice guinea pig cage. So if you have pet guinea pigs, or if you wanted to breed guinea pigs, I think that this might actually be perfect. And I don't want to tell my husband that I kind of want guinea pigs again because of this cage, but yeah. Overall, I do not regret the decision to have Aivituvin send me this, and I'm super grateful that they wanted me to be honest and tell you guys exactly what I thought of it. They sell lots of prefab chicken coops and rabbit hutches, and even like outdoor cat enclosures, which is really intriguing to me. Like, honestly, I kind of want one, and I don't have a cat. If you have chickens, like smaller bantams or silkies, I know Okabode, another YouTuber, just did a video about one of their prefab chicken coops, and it looked really cool. Well guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it was helpful to you whether or not you are considering getting a prefab rabbit hutch. I hope this kind of answered some of your questions. If you are interested in getting one of these Aivituvin hutches, then you can use my link in the description down below, and you can also use my coupon code TSH for 5% off of your order. As always, let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!